Hey everyone, welcome back. Bitcoin is crashing. We're seeing this trickle down into the rest of the crypto market. I wanted to make this video for you guys to explain exactly what is going on right now because I'm getting a lot of messages here on YouTube and from other people involved within my crypto day-to-day. This is something we need to talk about, and it's something that was kind of inevitable, but I want to break down a couple big crypto names, some big names in crypto, and kind of their comments and see exactly why we're seeing this cascade of effects as we get into this Wednesday and beyond. Okay, so I'm going to break it all down for you guys in this video. Make sure you guys all stick around, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys are all subscribed down below here on YouTube as well as on X. Handle is in the bottom left. Give me a follow on there. Never miss a beat when we talk crypto headlines and what's going around on the blockchains. Okay, but let's get down into it, guys. Let's look exactly into what is going on in the market. All right. We're seeing Bitcoin fall really, really hard if we look into the relative performance that we've had across the board. Now, why are we talking about this? What is so important about why Bitcoin is going down? Okay. Well, it all stems down from what is going on with the Bitcoin ETF. And this is kind of the age-old question. And guys, I do want to preface this by saying not only is this not financial advice, but this is not intended to be FUD. Okay, this is just an explanation, in my opinion, on what's going on in the market right here, right now. Because as it relates to my crypto investments, I'm still buying crypto. So this is not intended to FUD the market, because if I was trying to FUD my own investments, that wouldn't be really smart. This is more so just an awareness, a what's going on, a crypto breaking news in the market video. Okay, but we're seeing Bitcoin down 7.6%. So obviously, I'm not telling you guys dump all your Bitcoin. The world's burning. You know that this is not financial advice. So always do your own research and due diligence. I'm giving you guys my opinion within what's going on in the crypto day to day as it relates to me and my holdings. But this is what Bitcoin is doing. We're having a bad day. It's a red day across the board. You're seeing a lot of top cryptos that have had a lot of success. If we look into the crypto bubbles, it's not just Bitcoin. It's this cascade of effects that we're seeing. Basically, it's having a trickle-down effect, all right? The dominoes are falling just today. So I'm going to be following this for the next coming days and into the next weeks because we all talked about Q1, January, the next Bitcoin spot ETF, all right? But we're seeing the likes of Solana, Cardano, some of the cryptos we talk about very, very heavily having very bad days, all right? Just to name a couple, Polygon Matic, Polkadot, Avalanche, a lot of the top 10, top 20 cryptos having bad days on the charts. I do want to give it a shout out to what basically is happening within a couple of the cryptos still in the green. I can see ICP up at 3.2%, kind of differentiating itself from the market. Very fascinating project that we're watching that blockchain very, very closely. Talk about it every day on the channel. But let's get back into what's going on with the market and why I wanted to make this video for you guys. All right. We're seeing Bitcoin basically having a lot of negative sentiment, and people out there in the crypto world called it, okay? And we're going to get into that, and this is coming down from SCHIFF, okay? Just a couple hours ago, this article was published, not necessarily correlating with what's going on as we saw these giant red candles basically come about, and it was essentially around that the wee hours of the night where we really saw this sell-off start to take place, okay? But this is more so into the comments of SCHIFF and why I wanted to make this video, all right? We're seeing a warning, a global warning on the Bitcoin ETF approval that could collapse the Bitcoin market. Now, for those of you that are familiar with crypto, you understand what is so important about Bitcoin and why it really truly does cause a lot of other cryptos to rise and fall as it does. Okay, the riser of all tides. This is where you're seeing basically the matrix point saying that the SEC greenlight unlikely before Q2 despite general optimism. Okay, so another data firm out there saying that the SEC will not greenlight before Q2. That's going to cause a little bit of a negative market sentiment, but more so it's SCHIFF's comments bringing into fruition what exactly is going on. He believes that the ETF will collapse the Bitcoin market. Now, this is where you can see this basically posted on X. He posts, "Be careful what you wish for." Okay? The promise of a U.S. listed spot Bitcoin ETF has been supporting the Bitcoin price and speculative demand for years. Once ETFs are launched and the highly anticipated institutional and other new institutional investor demand does not show up, look out below. Okay? Now, the funny thing about this is Peter Schiff is not right all the time. I'm not right all the time. And you're not right all the time. Nobody has a crystal ball. But today, I do believe a little bit in what Peter Schiff is talking about. All right? I've always said within this Bitcoin ETF, my number one concern will be, are we inviting in too much of the bad players back into crypto? We all saw what happened in 2022 when we had the exodus, the start of the bear market, right? In the worst possible crypto trading environment that I've ever been a part of. Still could make money. There were still ways to make money, but it still is not what we wanted to see as we look into the future and look to build off of global crypto adoption and utility worldwide. But now, why am I talking about this? Well, we may have been inviting too much of these bad players back into the game. We want to be truly decentralized, but we're incorporating a more so modern traditional financial vehicle into the crypto space. Yes, it's going to bring hedge funds, institutional players, big banks into the fold. But is that a good thing? Is that a good thing? Okay. That's what you could see basically, because that will add to the ever so trusted volatility within crypto even more so. Okay. And that's what's funny is a lot of Bitcoin people out there, a lot of maxis. If you ever, had a good crypto conversation with a Bitcoin maxi, you're fully aware of what I'm talking about. It was always kind of a funny moment for me when I would always say, have these conversations with people, whether it be at conferences, events, within the crypto space, with a Bitcoin maxi, and then all of a sudden, this Bitcoin ETF is the new, okay? To me, it never really added up, and there are some out there that are truly maxis and never wanted a Bitcoin ETF, and that's probably the majority. But I was always kind of a glass half full, half empty person when it came to this ETF because, yes, I want the volume. I want the trading volume. I want all the money in there. But I don't want all of the backlash, the negativity, and the subsequent domino effect that it's going to have with the overall market, okay? But this is what we're seeing, okay? And we do not know if this January 10th deadline is going to be basically come to fruition, if we're going to get it before January 2, but the data company Matrix Point is saying that they do not see the first spot Bitcoin ETF being approved before Q2 2024. Okay. Very fascinating stuff. And that's something where you see how this commission that is dominating this decision-making process, okay, is going to be influential in this process. And it's very interesting to note that according to this article, you can see right here, I'll pull it up for you guys, the guy we always talk about, Gary Gensler, right? Gary Gensler, in this analysis, would vote in favor of a spot Bitcoin ETF. Okay? Very fascinating stuff. Noting that the Democrats dominate the current 5-person voting commission for the leadership of the SEC, and it is less likely that any of the commissioners, including SEC Chief Gary Gensler, would vote in favor of a spot ETF. So this is kind of what it stems down to. I think I misinterpreted that a little bit, but this is what it stems down to, guys, when I talk to you guys about politics and crypto. I try to keep it clean. I try not to have the red versus blue battle here on the channel. But in reality, you have to, because this is why a Democratic overload on the SEC commission is going to hurt crypto, okay? That's kind of why we need Gensler out with the bad. And a new political regime, a new red wave would be very pro-crypto, very pro-Bitcoin, very pro-growth within crypto, okay? Let me show you guys a chart real quick, and you can see right here this sell-off that actually went down over the night. Okay, getting back down, even wicking as low as that 41,000 level, a little bit above that. But if you look at it, guys, this is just really just a correction, a sell-off, a liquidation of sorts, not exactly a full-blown crash. I actually would not have been surprised with this strong green trend line that we're seeing. Oh, sorry, I apologize. It was not up on your screen. But this strong green trend line where we had a lot of these green candles and the subsequent kind of consolidation above 42K, really not getting above 44.5. And eventually when we hit that 45K, even a little bit above it at that almost 46K, that's when we really started to see this big red candle stem and come about and wicking as low as, like I said, 41.4 in that range, okay? But it's really not that bad if you put it in perspective with how the start of December has been, guys, okay? I think what we could have seen was a wider sell-off, and it still could happen, but right here is kind of where I'm looking at as that 37.8, 37.9, 38,000, that range, 38K being our absolute crucial giant support level, that floor, that is our floor, right? That is how I view it. If we get below that, that's when you have to worry about a true market Bitcoin crash. But right here, this is just kind of the market correcting itself, a little bit too much over enthusiasm, I think, within what was coming with the Bitcoin ETF. And then you have Peter Schiff basically come out and trigger this cascade of word vomit, where the crypto market, as volatile as it is, puts a little bit of FUD into the market, injects it, and right there, boom, you go down 8%, triggering a cascade across the broader market as a whole. And that's what we're left with, guys. A very red day, all right? So I'm going to have updates and content following all of these topics, covering the Bitcoin spot ETF. Make sure you guys are all subscribed down below. Never miss a beat with what goes on in the crypto game, all right? We're going to be talking about this as well as all your favorite other cryptos here on the channel on the daily. Hope you guys are doing well as we start into the new year. Wishing you nothing but the best, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.